the move and the feeling, as you said, to try and maintain that sway, that right hip's going to be key. So what feels to you now really exaggerated right hip movement, that's how much space you're creating there, yeah?
Yeah.
It's not a massive amount. Look at your head movement there now. There's a smidgen amount of movement there, okay? But that's kind of the feeling that right hip now is going back. There's a bit more there, you see? So you're rotating. So it looks like you're basically rotating around your spine here now without that lateral sway, yeah? So when you get that sensation, this is the exaggerated one. Obviously, when you're in the goal ball, your right foot's going to stay on the ground. But you feel as though you're turning into that right heel as you then go back. So when you step to the golf ball now, there's no real thought as such. Maybe just, okay, right hip. You're not trying to feel too much or overthink things. That right hip now, we've got to try and get the sensation as we go back. It's rotating. There's a little bit of movement there. So there's that first movement sideways here means your hip's not rotating, yeah? So the quicker you can turn that hip almost instantaneously, yeah? A lot of people say, okay, resist the hips and turn the top half, yeah? When people tend to do that, they tend to move this head this way. So you've got to rotate that hip as much as you can. So when you come back, you can use that lateral shift and that movement into the golf ball. Good strike and swing through there, getting on that left side as you do anyway. But if the body's moving better and you're rotating around it, you'll get a better, more efficient angle of the golf ball without trying to feel like you're trying to flap the club or change the angle of the attack or whatever. You're just taking your right side of your body, this hip and this shoulder, just get it going behind your head, yeah? But it's got to be done through practice. I would do this as much as you can, kind of get that sort of sensation here with a really good kind of right hip movement there. Keeps it a lot more stable, and it's just a feel, isn't it?
It's sort of a drill you can do
exactly. On the first tee or the range, or just practice even at home. Just stand there and just get that sensation of what that's going to be like. How does this rotation feel, as opposed to you taking your chest? So I think you've got to focus more to change effectively what your arms and shoulders do. You need to focus what happens underneath that yellow line. Yeah, or in that box there. That's underneath here is going to be more of an effect. What your top half does. If you try to sort of move your top half and change things and the lower half's not working effectively, all bets are off. It's not going to work. You can try your absolute damnedest to get it flat line and do this, but if you're swaying and that hip's not working better or working properly, as you swing back now, you might be over here trying to get back to the left. Yeah, you're going to struggle. And if you have enough golf balls in a row with the same clubs, you'll figure out a way of how to do it. And you'll get some kind of manufactured shot back to target, but really good. Not really. So it's requiring 20, 30 shots to get a feel of what to do, and then, Greg can do it. On a golf course, you get one go. So that sensation of turning that right hip out of the way. Say, if you wanted to, and again, at home, if you get the chance, or somewhere on the grass area, put a stick in the ground, vertically up there, and just set the sensation as you turn back. You're creating or separating that space from the stick to your right hip, yeah? So you're getting yourself, and then from there, when you do shift, the club's going to be more naturally coming from the inside, rather than you here trying to get it on the inside, yeah? And I think as well, from a swing thought perspective, it takes away a lot of the minute.
It does,
yeah? All you're thinking about now is what that right hip is needing to do. And that puts you in a position to allow things to happen. Now, if when that right hip is working well and the club's getting back here, if there's a smidgen over the top, we can work on some things there. But until that hip's doing what it needs to do, not going to work, is it? So, okay, mate, good. Have a few more then, and then we'll try a few longer ones, yeah?